Hey guys, I'm back with part 3 for this tutorial on how to build the Suburban house. Here in this one, I'm going to be doing all of the landscaping for the front and backyard. I gathered up all the blocks we're going to be using here at the front, so be sure to grab the green and lime terracotta, some granite, bricks, brick stairs, jungle leaves, stripped dark oak logs, coarse dirt, and podzol. I'm going to start off by deleting the first layer of the blocks here for the front yard. So I'm going to head on over here to the corner, and I'm going to be sure to count the blocks just in case if you didn't do the plot size. We are going to be going right here on the edge of the plot size, but just in case, I'll be sure to count it. So I'm going to start here and just work your way back and delete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the final block we're deleting is the edge of the plot size. Now I'm going to work all the way over here to this corner. You could just dig all this out until you line up with that block that we just deleted. So once again, it's just going to be right here at the edge of the plot size. And now you could just delete all this concrete here. Like that. And now all of this space that you still see, we're going to remove. And make sure not to forget about the space right underneath the stairs here for the front porch. So you could just get right underneath there and delete those blocks. So yeah, just delete all of this other space that you see within that shape we just cut out. So there we go, I deleted the first layer all throughout here. Now make sure to switch to the stripped dark oak logs. And I'm going to start shaping out all the pathways, the driveway, and the garden spaces. So I'm going to start right here, lined up at the corner of the garage wall here. Just go down and place 3 of the stripped dark oak logs like that. Now, work your way over towards the right of it. We're going to bring it over until we're lined up. You know what? I'll go ahead and just bring this out until it's lined up with that one. That'll be easier. So make sure you're lined up with this pillar. Have a strip of the logs until it's lined... Oh, that's too far. Until it's lined up right there. And then you can just connect these together like that. Now look over here, and I'm going to shape out a garden space. So just line up with this pillar. You could bring it all the way over until you're at the edge of the blocks that we cut out. So it'll be right here lined up with the pillar. Then you could just bring it in. So it's a little L shape like that. So this will be a garden space. And that'll be a garden space. Now line up with this pillar right next to the step up to the entrance. And we're going to have a strip just all the way back like that. And now, make sure you're lined up with this strip. I'm going to go on this side and just bring it out by 4. So it's like that. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So line up with this. Bring it out right here by 4. And then you can just connect these down the middle. So it's looking like this. I'm going to have another strip right here. I just want to make sure to leave 4 spaces away from the corner here. So I'm going to bring it in until we have 4 spaces remaining. Just like that. So 4 spaces away from that wall. So now let's take a look at what we've done. This right here is going to be the driveway. We have a pathway right here that connects into it. And then this is another pathway for the main entrance of the house. And then this will just be some lines of lime and green terracotta, so it's just a little patch of mowed grass. That's a garden space. All of this will be more lines of the lime and green terracotta, so it'll look like mowed grass as well. And then another garden space there. I'll go ahead and fill in the yard first. So right here, we're going to be using the green and the lime terracotta. I'll just go up against this wood here. I'll have a strip of the green. Make sure to get underneath that bit where the porch is. And then have another strip of green here. And now next to that, we're going to have 2 strips of the lime. And then back to the green with 2. And then back to the lime with 2. Just back and forth until all of this is filled in. It is looking like this. Let's go ahead and do this small section here. So I'll just have 2 of the lime, 2 of the green, the lime, And then we're going to be left with just one strip of the green. Now let's fill in the garden spaces. So I'm just going to start out with the podzol and completely, you know what? I'll do it like, I won't completely fill it all in like I normally would. I'll just go ahead and do a little something like this, since it's not too big of a space. So you could just have a few spaces of podzol just here and there. So a little something like that, and now all the other space I'm going to fill in with coarse dirt. So it's like that. I'm going to do the same thing for this space. So it looks like that. Now, I'm going to be using the brick, the granite, and the brick stairs for this pathway right here, that one, and for the driveway. So I'm going to go ahead and just completely fill it all in with the bricks, and then I'll go back and cut out holes to add the extra texture with the granite. So I have it all filled in like that. Now I'm going to go back with the granite, just cut out a bunch of random holes, and then replace it. Alright, so it's like this, just added a bit of extra texture. Now I'm going to go back with the brick stairs and cut out even more spaces, just to add a little bit more. So I have some stairs like that. Maybe I'll just have one right there. Maybe two right here. Maybe another one right there should be... Oh, hold up. We'll do it like that. There we go. Couple more right here. Another one there. And then I'll have maybe a big L shape here. Another small one. Small one right here. And then I'll have maybe another two right here. So something like that. Maybe one more right here. So this is what it's looking like so far. Now where you see all of those logs, on top of them, we're going to have jungle leaves. So there we go. We still have to decorate the garden spaces, but for now we're not going to worry about it. Let's head on over here to the left side of the house and do this pathway. So it could go right here, lined up at the corner of where this bush is. And I'm just going to bring this out until we're at the edge of the plot size. So I'll start here. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you can work this all the way towards the back until you're lined up right here where these spruce wood planks are. And then you can bring it in. Go ahead and replace all this with the stripped dark oak logs. And then on top of this, we'll have the jungle leaves. And there we go. We marked out where the walkway over here is going to be. So now you can delete all the blocks within it. And do the same design that we did here with the brick, the granite, and the brick stairs. So I'm going to go ahead and just carve it all out and fill it in. And I'll see you guys once I have it done. So there we go. I have all of that marked out. Looks good. So now I'm just going to clear all that. The last thing we have left to do are the decorations for the garden spaces. So I'm going to grab these jungle leaves again. And then I'm going to gather up a bunch of flowers. I'm going to have a bush right here. So you could just add a bunch of jungle leaves. Just stack them up. Randomize it a little bit. So it looks like a bush. And you know what? That is good. Now I'm going to add the bigger flowers. So like that. And then we'll have a few smaller flowers. And that's all there is to it. I think that looks good. I'm going to do the same thing over here. So I'll have a bush right around in the middle. And then we'll have all the flowers around it. And I'm going to leave that space just as it is. I think that's good enough. Don't really want to overdo it. So that is actually everything here for the front side of the house. That's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to clear all that. And now I'll head on to the back. And we have a few more things to do back here. So we have the fence. We have a pool. I had a sitting area over here with some couches and a campfire. And then the trampoline over there. So we'll jump right on into this next. So I gathered up all the blocks we're using here for the backyard. So be sure to grab the full blocks of the smooth quartz, the smooth quartz slabs, lime terracotta and green terracotta, andesite, stone bricks, diorite, white concrete, gray concrete, campfire, water bucket, andesite wall, string, gray carpet, yellow carpet, cobblestone wall, cobblestone slab, cobblestone stairs, furnace, lantern, iron trapdoor, spruce trapdoor, and light gray concrete. So I'm going to start by marking out the fence first, so make sure you have your full blocks of the smooth quartz, and you just want to make sure to line up at the edge of the deck here. You can skip over 4 spaces away from it, have 2 blocks of the quartz like that, skip over another 4, have another 2, and now you should be right on the edge of the plot size here at the back side. Now, you want to continue skipping over 4 and just place another 7 of these pillars like this. So we skip over 4, so we have 1, skip over 4, we have 2, so now just another 5 after that. So it'll be like that. You can see how this one is lined up right down the center of this part of the window. So right where that glass is where this pillar is. On top of this, we can have these smooth quartz slabs. In between all these little pillars, we're going to go up half a block, half a slab, half a block again, half more slabs. Now you can continue doing that between all these other pillars. So this is the shape we have for the fence so far. Now let's go back where we left off. I'm going to go right behind this pillar. Just place another 2 slabs. Do it for this layer as well. And then have another pillar here. So it's going in towards the house. Now you could go to the left of that. Have another 4. A pillar right here with a slab. Now work your way back in towards the house. We're going to have another 2. And now work your way back towards the left. We're going to bring it over by 3. Have a pillar here with a slab, and it should now be lined up with the corner of the house there. So I'll go back. So this is all 4 spaces apart right here. And then we go in. This is 2 spaces apart. We go to the left, we have another 4. We go back in, we have another 2. Then to the left, we have 3. And now we're going to continue working our way in towards the corner and continue skipping over 4. So this is 4 right here. And then we have another pillar. And then another 4. A pillar again. And then another 4 right into the house. So now we have the entire back fence all marked out. Now I'm going to go within the fence and just delete all of the grass that you see, as well as that little bit of concrete. So just the first layer right along within the fence, so all throughout here. Make sure to get underneath the deck right there. So just delete all of this space all throughout the edge of the fence. So I went through and just deleted the first layer all throughout the backyard, just within the edge of the fence, so it's looking like this. All this other concrete that you see, we'll worry about deleting later. But for now, we're just going to focus on the backyard. All that concrete right there, you don't have to worry about. It'll be covered up so you won't see it. But this is what we have so far. So now let's start adding all of the blocks that we're actually going to have. So you could go ahead and switch to the andesite and line up here at the left side of the deck. And just have a strip of andesite right along here. So now all the space towards the right of it is going to be the mixed up pattern between the andesite, the stone bricks, and the diorite. We're going to have the pool right here in the middle, and then the little sitting area over there. All the space to the left of it is going to be lines of the green and lime terracotta. So I'll go ahead and do that now, and I'll just go right up against this andesite and start placing it like this. So there we go, we have 2 strips right there. I'll go ahead and switch to the green terracotta, have another 2 strips. Back to the lime. Keep doing this until this entire side is all filled in. So there we go, we have that part of the yard all filled in. And now, I'm gonna go ahead and have another strip of andesite right here. And before I continue filling the rest of this in, I actually want to mark out where the pool is gonna be. I don't want to completely fill all of this in and then just end up deleting it because the pool is actually supposed to be there. So I just want to go ahead and mark out the pool first, and then we'll go around the edge of the pool with the path. So now you can continue with the andesite, and I'm going to line up here where this part of the deck is. Just have a strip right here. And then I'll go over towards the left and have another 2. Make sure to get underneath the deck as well. So we have a total of 3 right here. The far right side is lined up with that part of the deck. And then over here we have 2 strips. The left side is lined up with that part of the deck. Now here at the back side, right up against the fence, we're going to have 2 layers. And then over here, you could just look at this step and just bring it out by 2 like that. And then just fill all of this other space in. So make sure to get underneath the deck. And now, after I fill this in, you'll actually be able to see where the pool is going to be. So all this space right here is the actual space for the pool. So go ahead and grab the white concrete. I'll just place a layer along the edge. Like that. And now we're going to have a little hot tub right here at the corner. So you could just have a 4x4 square. Like that. So we just have a total of 4 blocks in the middle. You can go ahead and add an extra layer underneath. Grab the gray concrete, fill this bottom layer in. So now we have the hot tub marked out. And now I'm going to go ahead right down about the middle of the pool, so right around here. I'm just going to delete this first layer of dirt. And I'm going to go ahead and replace this with the gray concrete. And now for the other half of the pool, I'm going to dig down 2 layers of dirt. And then you can see we have bedrock right there, so we're going to cover that up with the other layer of the gray concrete. And now you can see some dirt along the edge. We're going to replace that with the white concrete. And there we go, we have the pool all marked out. Now over here, we're going to continue with the andesite and fill the rest of the space in. And now I'm going to go back with the stone bricks and the diorite, just cut out a bunch of random holes, fill it in with the stone bricks, cut out more holes, fill it in with the diorite, similar to how we did the brick path. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys once I have it the way I want it. So I went ahead and added the extra texture, so that's all looking pretty good. Now I'll head on over here and mark out where the couches and the campfire is going to be. So make sure you have your white concrete. I'm going to look at the fence right here, like the back side of the fence. And I just want to make sure I'm 1 space away from it, and then 4 spaces from the left. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to be on this 5th block. We could place a block of white concrete. So we have 1 space there, 4 spaces there. Go to the right of that, place another 2. Bring out each side by 1. And now I'm going to mark out another chair over here. So I just want to make sure we have a full block here, and then we meet up at the corner of that couch. So we're going to have a block here. Go ahead and shape out that couch. So you can see we just have a full block away from that corner and that corner. And now, where that couch is, you just want to mark out another one at the same spot. So you can see we have this full block here. So you just want to make sure you're on this one and shape out the other couch. So it's like this. Go ahead and fill in that single space with a smooth quartz slab. And now you can have a 3x3 little bit right here. So that's kind of like a little table. In the middle, we're going to have a campfire. So go ahead and place that. And there we go, just a nice little sitting area here with a campfire. Now, I'll go ahead and fill in the pool. So let me grab the bucket of water. We have the little hot tub right there. And then all of this other space. So now the pool is filled in. I'll go ahead and get rid of that campfire. We don't need that anymore. Get rid of the bucket of water. We don't need that. We don't need these quartz blocks. We don't need the lime and green terracotta. We don't need any of these stone blocks. And then we could actually get rid of the white concrete and the gray concrete as well. So I think all these other blocks are what we have left to use. Oh, you know what? We do need the bucket of water for the hot tub on the deck. But we'll head on over here. We'll go ahead and mark out where the trampoline's going to be. So we're going to be using the andesite wall, the string, the gray carpet, and the yellow carpet. So I'm going to start out with the andesite walls, and I actually lined up the trampoline with that window. So you could go ahead and line up at the right side here where this glass is. Just skip over a few spaces, so I'll be on this 5th block. I'll have an andesite wall right there. You can skip over one block and have another one there. So I'm just lined up with the window. Now I'm going to skip over a corner, so we have this full block. So we're going to go right here, place a wall, skip over one and place a wall. Go on this side and do the same thing, so we're skipping over that corner. We're going to place one here, skip over one, and there. And now, we could just line up with that side. So we have a corner, so we're going to be right here, and there. So it's a little rounded shape like this. Now, in between all of these andesite walls, we're going to have a string. And then all of the space in the middle. And now we're going to go along the edge. You can use whichever color carpet you want. I just went ahead and grabbed the yellow carpet. I'm going to have this along the edge, so we have those 3 spaces. I'll go ahead and do that everywhere else, so all the 3 spaces. And then we have all the corners. And now all the space in the middle, we're going to fill in with gray carpet. And there we go. Now we have a little rounded trampoline. And that's all we're going to be using these blocks for, so you could get rid of that. And now you could just grab, we have the cobblestone stairs, the furnace, all these other cobblestone blocks, and the iron trapdoor. And I'm going to head on over here and make a grill. So grab the full blocks of the cobblestone. You could just place 3, so I'm actually going to be right down the center, like lined up with this window. So I just have 3 blocks of the cobblestone. On each side, I'm going to have 2 upside down cobblestone stairs. These 3 spaces I'm going to fill in with furnaces. You can switch to the cobblestone slabs and have 3 on top of the full blocks. Switch to the cobblestone wall. Have it right there at the left. And then on top of the furnaces, you can have iron trapdoors. And that's actually it for the grill. So we could just clear all those blocks. Now I could grab the bucket of water, the lantern, the spruce trapdoor, and the light gray concrete. And I just realized we will also need the gray concrete, so I'll grab that again. And I'm gonna mark out a hot tub right here. So you can start with the light gray concrete, and we're just gonna do the overall shape. So it's gonna be a 4x4 square. So I just want to make sure I'm maybe like a few spaces away from the railing of the deck. And then I'm going to be like 1 space away from that one. So I'll place a block right around there. Bring it over by another 3. Then bring it out by 3 on each side. And then the extra 2 there. So it's just a 4x4 square like that. Now, let's replace these wood blocks with gray concrete. Fill this in with the buckets of water. And then I'm gonna have just a lantern right there as a little extra light source. And then, oh, you know what? I forgot to grab these spruce wood slabs, so go ahead and grab that. I'm just gonna have some step-ups on each side here, so it's just easier to get into the hot tub. And then you could grab these spruce trapdoors and place these on the sides of the light gray concrete. And there we go. That's all there is to it. And now, that is actually all I'm gonna do here for part 3. So we did all of the landscaping here for the backyard. I really like how this one turned out. I think I filled it in nicely, and there's not too much like empty space. I think this space over here is perfect. You don't want a bunch of stuff like around a trampoline. That's like pretty dangerous in real life. So you just want a nice big space right here for the trampoline. We got a nice sized pool. We got a nice sitting area over here, and I really like how this deck turned out. And then we have the front yard as well, which is also pretty good. But now I'm just gonna go around and remove the rest of the concrete that we see. So you could just grab the blocks of grass, and just any of the concrete that you can see, you could just replace with the blocks of grass. Make sure not to forget about this part underneath the fence. And is there anything else that's unusual? We got that strip right there. So yeah, just any of the extra concrete that you see, you could go ahead and remove. I really don't need to show this. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just delete the concrete, replace it. So yeah, that's actually all we are going to be doing here in part 3. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it at that here for part 3 for this tutorial on how to build this suburban house. If this did help you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 4. We're then going to be heading on to the interior.